Hi everyone, I hope you guys are keeping well. In this video, we're gonna talk about cardio or aerobic exercises while you experiencing disc bulges. Many of you guys has been asking me, what are the safe cardio exercises that I can do while I'm suffering from disc bulges? In this video, I'm gonna explain for you what are the options that is safe that you can try and how much of it that you can start to do in your daily routine that can be beneficial for your recovery. If you've never been in this channel, my name is Bob, I'm a physical therapist, and the purpose of this channel is to help people like yourself with simple tips and exercise for quicker recovery. Make sure to subscribe my channel for my weekly update, and don't forget to press that like button. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you 3 important tips that can help you to understand what are the options for you to start your cardio exercise right away and how much of it is actually beneficial for you to do so. Let's get started. Can you follow cardio or aerobic exercises while you experiencing lumbar disc bulges or herniation? The short answer is yes. You can follow a measurable routine that you can basically track in a daily basis, and the options of the cardio can be go through many different type of routine that I'm going to share with you in this video. As you can basically imagine, many of you guys have different hobbies in terms of cardio, and it can be divided to walking, or in some cases jogging. Some people enjoy doing kayaking or bike, spinning classes, swimming. It can be boxing classes or bouldering. Now, are these exercises safe for people to do so while they basically experiencing disc bulges? The short answer is yes. You can basically do these exercises while you're suffering from disc bulges, but where can you start and how you can progress? We're going to discuss about it in this video. All right, guys. For majority of you guys, doing cardio, it means doing some aerobic exercise that can help you in some cases manage your body weight, get you out of the house and keep you active. Now, in this video, I'll prepare for you a routine of exercises such as we start with swimming. For example, swimming is okay for you to do while you're suffering from disc bulges. It's absolutely okay to do different style of swimming. And in reality, swimming can help you to reduce your body weight while you're in the water. Your body weight, 60% is lighter while you do swimming. What about stationary bike? You can absolutely try a stationary bike, as you can see on the seated or the normal, basically home-based bikes, and carry on with a low level of intensity and gradually build them up. We're going to explain about this in a minute, but these are the example how you can start from low level and gradually build up and increase the intensity, which means swimming can be an option, a stationary bike, and then we have a typical elliptical or cross trainer in the gym. Cross trainer can be slightly increase the intensity of the basically bike, and if I have a clients who start from swimming, they can gradually move to the bike and then move on step by step towards the cross trainer. Now, the intensity again and how long they're doing it, we're going to discuss about it. Now, what about walking? Walking can be a great example of cardio that you can literally try to start with literally, let's say 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes daily, and gradually build up that mileage over time. Now, there's one important factor here that I'm going to share with you at the end of this video, that you have to have a plan. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the next example of the cardio or aerobic exercise that you can do during having basically lumbar disc bulges. That the next move would be jogging or a gentle basically run, that many of you guys can be very in favor and you used to do it, and since you got basically your results or MRI report, they figure out you have a disc bulge and your physician or physio suggests you to don't do the jogging. But is it really bad for you or not? I'm going to share with you a very interesting research at the end of this video that you can see that jogging is not as bad as impact as you think. Now, what about kayaking? Can you do kayaking or can you do bouldering while you have disc bulges and does this gonna really impact your results or not? Now, we're gonna go one by one, guys, and explain for you why you can actually follow any of these type of aerobic or cardio exercises while you're suffering from lumbar disc bulges and why they can actually help you to recover quicker, and also they are safe for you to do them, because in majority of cases my patient online or in clinic has a very negative impact or picture in regards to cardio exercises and they've been told to don't do them. But in reality, I would highly recommend my patient to do some of these activity. If they're in favor of, let's say, walking, I would ask them to start with walking, or if in their favor of swimming, I would ask them to start with swimming. But let's discuss about how to start and how you can progress them with minimizing doing too much. All right, guys, I'm going to share with you 3 important tips that you can actually take over from this video that can help you to understand, okay, is it safe for me to do cardio? The answer is yes, you can. But the first thing that you have to do if you are going to start your cardio exercise or aerobic exercise while you're having a lumbar disc bulges or herniation is to have a plan, which means you need to have a structure in your week from Monday to Sunday. What we're gonna be your plan? I give you an example. If I have a patient with lumbar disc bulges, we start their cardio exercises, for example, walking with 5 minutes walk in a flat basically base in a park or anywhere that they have access to, and that 5 minutes intensity gonna be very low, which means they walk normally, they're not trying to go very fast, and they're trying to just enjoy that walk. We are starting the first week of their plan on 3 days, let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday with 5 minutes, and that's gonna be the initiative of starting the cardio. Now, when they have to watch that maybe this does impact their symptoms is when they go for a cardio and they don't feel any problems, but the next day they wake up and they have some sort of flare-up or etc. Which means the most important point that you have to follow is to monitor your symptoms while you're following the plan. Usually up to 24 to 48 hours it takes for you to see those changes and get a flare-up. And for that matter, in the first week, we try to give maybe a little bit longer, which means you start your plan from Monday, then you go up to Thursday, then you go Sunday. You basically try the first week as an experiment and see, give 2 days gap and see what's gonna be your symptoms. If you had any symptoms, you back it off on mileage and go maybe for 3 minutes of walk. If you didn't have any symptoms, that's perfect. We carry on with the same method for another week. The second tips that I would like to share with you guys is about intensity. Okay, how much or how fast you can do your cardio. Let's say you are going for a normal walk and usually you used to do a fast walk and now you're suffering from lumbar disc bulges and you have this tendency to go for the same intensity and speed. I would highly suggest my patient to start with a very normal, which means low level intensity, and gradually build up that intensity over time, which means for the first 6 to 8 weeks of your initial rehabilitation plan, I would suggest my patient to basically give their body a bit of chance to recover. And for that matter, we do not care about intensity. The only things that you follow in regards to intensity is to keep it low, and you want to just give your body a chance to move. Having that in your mind, intensity is not important in this case. It's all about getting you started on a cardio base or aerobic exercise based routine. Keep it low, stick to the plan, stick to that 5 minutes that we discussed initially, and do not change that for the first 4 to 6 weeks of your recovery. All right, guys, we are going to go through the last tips that I would like to share with you in this video, which is tracking your overall daily activity. One of the hidden basically activity that you don't realize that you do in day-to-day living is your daily routine that you do for work, for house stuff, for shopping, for your groceries, for your kids and your family. Which means we forget about actually we doing certain type of activities such as cleaning the house, washing the dishes, going to shop and getting some stuff. You have to have a plan that track all of these activity if you want to be successful in regards to your recovery. In that case, I would create an activity sheet in Excel sheet for my patient that they lodge in all of those activity and duration of the time that they're doing and the step that they're taking through the day. For example, if you're going to do a 5 minutes of walk or cardio-based routine 3 times a week, beside that, you do have your daily activity that you may walk maybe 10,000 steps average. For some people might have less or some people might have more. Now, when you adding that 5 minutes of cardio on top of that 10,000 steps, in some cases it might be too much and it might not give you a chance to actually start and give that basically momentum to do those cardio exercises regularly. And you may blame that I can't actually do the cardio exercises despite the fact that you're doing a lot of other stuff through the day that is your daily routine. When you track those activities, you understand that I'm doing 10,000 steps of this stuff here and there, and I'm adding extra 5 minutes of cardio. And by mixing all of those stuff, you have a better picture of how much is your daily volume of your activities. When you track those things, you can tweak them a little bit if you get a flare up. And by doing that, you give yourself basically a leverage that I don't need to necessarily do this stuff. I can back off of them and I can stick to my cardio and carry on with my recovery. And that's not gonna mess up your whole plan and you get unnecessary flare up. All right, guys, to brief this video for you guys in 3 small bullet points. The first thing that you need to have if you would like to start your cardio or aerobic exercise routine is to have a plan, which means you're going to do basically a routine of doing 5 minutes of walk 2 to 3 times through the week. The second thing that you need to do is to monitor your symptoms, which means if you are going for a walk and you feel great while you're walking, you have to monitor that, especially on the first or second week of starting your plan, that over the next 24 to 48 hours post-walk, how my body take that activity. If you're getting a flare-up after the walk, which means you wake up next day, that may mean basically that you've done a little bit too much and you can back it off and start again from the following week with less mileage or less time. The third thing that I would like to share with you guys is to make sure to do not increase your intensity and compare yourself with 2-3 years ago that you used to do a fast walk and you go with the same level, because that's gonna really cause flare up and it might put you back 2 to 3 weeks and cause a lot of mental stress. In the mealtime, you have to be very cautious of your daily activity. What else do you do? And for that matter, it's the best to have a tracker of your activity in a daily basis and track what you do and how much you do. In some cases, you may need to change those activities a little bit and reduce them for you to give you a bit of leverage to be able to do your cardio exercises. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you're suffering from disc bulges or if you have so many questions in your mind in regarding your MRI report, you can always leave me comments. At the same time, if you need further assistance, you can always book an online consultation with me with the link below. I help people internationally all around the world and with basically getting them some sort of clarity about their injury and also give them a plan to follow and track all of these activity and things that they want to do for the recovery. I would be more than happy to get you started right away. And I believe many of you guys can recover without surgery. And if you never try it, you never know. If you need further assistance, you can always contact me through my website and we can go through a customized plan for you for your recovery. Before you finish this video, make sure to press that like button. And if you're happy with this video and this information, make sure to subscribe my channel for my weekly update. Until next week, All the best.